All day, all night, you've cried and cried. You'll be okay, you'll be fine. At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
Confidence, they say, is feeling beautiful in your own skin, and happiness is being at peace with yourself. However, truth about anything varies with who is actually defining it. A lot of individuals who seem unsatisfied with their appearances tend to adopt various forms of body enhancement just to satisfy that feeling of, belonging to the slaying group. Despite the various implications witnessed across all social media platforms as regards to the mishap that could happen as regards to body enhancement and all. Today on Spicy with Phina, we'll be talking about a bit on extreme body enhancement, and we have a story to actually drive the conversation. But before we do that, let's get to meet my amazing guests. I'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
Adegbimpe Jayola is a mother, educationist, and media professional. She is an experienced radio and TV host, newscaster, and a businesswoman. She is the CEO of Carsten's Haven, a company which trains on phonics and speaking rights for kids, students, and adults. Bimpe is also a great motivator and trainer. Ogunjimi Adeyinka, also known as YK, is a graduate of Wisconsin International University with BSc in Management and Computer Science. She's a rapper, a social media content creator, Nollywood actor, and music producer. She has also been successful with creating sound themes for Nollywood movies and for YouTubers. She also operates a traveling business popularly known as At Style by YK.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
Welcome back. It's still Spicy with Phina, and we are talking about extreme body enhancement. I have two beautiful ladies in the house. As you can see, they are actually fully loaded, fully endowed. In fact, when I saw YK this morning, I was saying to myself, God, I think I need to. Bimpe, good to have you here. Don't look at Bimpe. If she stands up here, if she stand up here, you'll be shocked at what you see behind. We're all, in fact, they are both endowed, and I'm happy to have both of you on this topic.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Hope you guys didn't find it difficult getting here. Did you?
Yeah.
It was easy.
Yes,
It's
it was.
Sunday though. So I have a story. We want to talk about extreme body enhancement. It's as if things have changed. A lot of people want to, they're not really satisfied with the way they are, and they want to really change certain things in their body, like physically. And we're not just talking about the boob enlargement or just butt enlargement, and we're also looking at the skin. Some people have actually turned fair, and they weren't fair before and all. So, but I have a story. As soon as I read my story, we'll drive the conversation with the story. So let me just go straight to the story. Please help my marriage. I love fair girls, but my wife is dark. I love her so much, and whenever I see fair girls, I can't hold back. My wife is very important to me because I didn't have anything all the while, and she stood by me. Even when I attempted suicide twice, but I survived because of her. So marrying her is the best decision I've ever made. And I didn't get to think of the color of her skin because she was very helpful and resourceful. I have been cheating on her after our marriage so much lately, and I'm not happy about it. Why? Because I'm so attracted to light-skinned girls. I am so sexually attracted to them that each time I see any fair girl, my body moves. I talked to my wife about changing the color of her skin, and she said she isn't interested in changing the color of her skin. Sincerely, if my wife could oblige me that opportunity to change the color of her skin, I will stop cheating.
Wow.
That doesn't seem like it's really for me. I just feel the guy is not. He will stop cheating. Like it's because of the skin that makes him cheat. Anyway, let's first of all look at the reasons why ladies will want to change their looks. I think I'll start with you, YK. What do you think? What are the factors that could contribute to a lady wanting to change her skin? Is it just because I want to slay, or what do you think what are the reasons you think could make them change?
I always say this, the first thing that will make a girl or a lady want to change her skin or her looks is low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem?
Yes. If you have low self-esteem, because if you are not bothered about what people say, what people think, you will be comfortable in your skin or how you look. Yes, and then also the society isn't helping at all. The truth is like we've been programmed the way the society is to see light-skinned ladies to be more attractive than the like I was having a conversation with my friend one time on the road, and he saw a fair lady across the street and he was like, wow, this lady's beautiful. And before you know, the conversation changed. The lady passed and he hissed because she didn't even look pretty, no offense, you know. Yeah, when she came close, it was just the skin. So it's just like we've been programmed, but I think we also need to work on yourself personally. You need to work on yourself. Like you need to realize that, see, there are men who actually appreciate dark-skinned ladies. There are men who wouldn't even have anything to do with light-skinned ladies. So the main issue is that low self-esteem, and the society is not helping at all.
What do you have to say, Vicky?
Yes, I feel, well, the society, but the truth is, I think social media has contributed more to this problem. You'd find out that a lot of times when you watch TV, they tend to portray light people as beautiful people. But the truth is, black is beautiful.
Exactly.
But because the social media, because on TV, what is pushed into our faces is the lie that light skin is beautiful. Actually, to be sincere, when you see a light-skinned person, it's really attractive from afar. And I think this colonialism too actually contributed to it. We believe anything that is white from the West is better than anything from Africa. So when we see a light-skinned person, we just tend to remember a white person. We want to look like the white man. Yeah, so we want to be light-skinned so that we look close to the white. So I think it's part of the problem. But the truth is, like I said, black is beautiful.
But why do you think, before I ask why, I'm looking at the part where you talked about the social media platforms contributing to, so are you trying to say because a lot of things happen on social media, people flaunt a lot of things on social media, is it enough to make you feel off balance, that you aren't looking the way you feel people on social media are looking? Like you see those slay queens looking all popped up, their skins are popping. Are you saying because you see all that on social media, it takes you off balance? Is it enough to take one off balance?
Well, it shouldn't be enough, but unfortunately, it defines a lot of people's. It tends to go a long way to feed people's imagination. Yes, because you know, the more you see something, the more it sits with you, and it tends to be what you think about all the time. So when this is all you see, all day in, day out, it goes into your subconscious, and somehow, directly or indirectly, consciously or unconsciously, it starts to become something you start to think about. You feel it is good, you know, it sits with you. So the social media is a very good way to push a campaign, you know. Yes. So when certain things are pushed out there, it becomes something acceptable. You know that a lot of things have become acceptable now because it is out there. So you know, they push a lot of things to us, and because it is what we see all the time, we have imbibed it, we have accepted it as real, and it might not necessarily be true.
And that takes us to what YK talked about the society. You see brands want to give people ambassadorial
Ambassador,
deals,
yes.
and they go for the fair girls. And you'll be wondering why. Me, I wonder why. If it's movies, if it's shooting of films, you know, I've had some production houses or even producers and directors say the fair skin girls are a little bit more better on camera. Like you don't need to light up so much when you have them. Or we're in Africa.
Music videos too.
Yes.
If you have to light, we are in Africa. We are in Nigeria.
You notice
at first we in fact, black, like you say, black is beautiful. So I don't think there's any excuse to discriminate or make the dark-skinned girls feel like, because it's some of these things that makes most people undergo this whole process of wanting to get, change their complexion and all that. And if you don't get jobs, as much as the fair girls get jobs, you'll be tempted to want to, you know, tan your skin so you look like them. So I think the society, like she said, has actually contributed to the whole process of extreme body enhancement, whether skin or even these things that, because now you see them, they'll put up advert and you see fine fair girls, even when the soap or the cream will make you dark.
Yes.
So why don't we just do the right thing?
Maybe that's because they know how the society is. They know the society wants to be light
But
skinned.
somebody has to set the trend. I know a couple of, okay, fine, I won't say it's all. I know some brands actually use that girls.
Yes.
I remember way back, Lux, Genevieve was, you know. But now, it's just all around fair girls.
Yes,
and that's
it's
why
difficult
there's
these
increase
days.
in bleaching.
But you'd notice that even a lot of actresses now have gone fair.
Yes.
Those who were dark before, all of them now have fair skin.
Because
and
everybody wants to attract brands.
Because fair girls are, what's the word? They are attractive. Just from
They
just
might
by
not even
Attractive,
be
yes.
and they get the attention, and a
That's
lot of
the
ladies
thing.
want attention.
Attention.
So if you want the attention, they would.
But why can you are not fair, but you are attractive? I'm not, but that's the truth.
Thank you. And that's because I've
I
come
see
to
some of
realize
your
that.
videos with Nedu. You at least you're not fair, but you're.
That's the thing.
We should just learn to embrace.
I don't have a low self-esteem. I have worked on myself. You know,
Yourself.
I've come to realize that I don't need to be light-skinned to actually get anybody's attention.
Interesting. We'll have to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue on this conversation. I'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
Welcome back. It's this Spicy with Phina, and today we're talking about the ladies. We're shaking a little bit of some tiny tables like this. You know, we're looking at extreme body enhancement and YK. You did not do anything, did you?
No.
So it's God's gift. Like God just carry everything like
Even
this.
me, I'm shocked. Because even my mother has asked me before. She just did that. She was like, "Where did you even get this?" And I said,
She doesn't really have it like.
she's normal, just normal. It's not small, but normal. But for my own mother to actually ask me, I couldn't stop laughing. And I was like, "Hello, it's the combination of you and that."
from you.
So
Why
I
could
think
be
that
your
I
grandma,
look like
you
someone
know?
from my dad's side.
Oh,
It's coming from somewhere.
I want us to look at the other side, other things about extreme body enhancement, like other forms of it. Aside the skin now, we know people now buy bum.
That's on you.
And they also do what they call boobs and height. Like it will not be here. So let's look at, could you think people who do that, do you think there are implications of what they are doing, even if they don't see now, maybe probably in the near future? Do you think, have you ever said to yourself that, these people, when they do this thing, one day, what's your take on it? Let me start with you, Ben.
I believe anything that is not natural definitely would have side effects. And you know, some people actually go under the knife to get these things done, apart from those who wear it. I remember then, and this thing has been since way back. I remember then when one of my family members was going to get married, she had flat backside, and then she needed to wear Iro and Buba. So because she knew that she didn't have the backside, she wore jeans before she tied her wrapper so that the thing can shoot out a little, you know. So it has been there since way back. And I believe that those who go under the knife, we've watched botched on TV,
Of course.
and we see it sometimes go wrong.
those things.
Sometimes it doesn't go wrong immediately, maybe after some
Much
time.
later.
Yes, and then it goes wrong and all of that. So most likely, I don't believe those things will go without side effects.
So would
Definitely.
you have now prefer those ones that goes to buy the one you wear? You know, there's, like you said, she wore jean, but now they've done some padded
Yes.
things that you can just buy and wear. So would you have preferred, instead of you going under the knife, buy that one? So you know, some people say, I want clothes to fit me. I want, if I wear something, let it stay, and it will be part of their reasons why they go under the knife. But for such people, would you have rather say, go and buy the one that they've already done and wear it instead of going under the knife, because you can't tell what the implication will be?
The truth is, sometimes when we look at the reasons these people do those things, you wouldn't really blame them. Yes, you wouldn't really blame them, because body shaming is real out there.
Okay.
By the time you look at someone and you tell the person, you call the person flat ass, the person would want to do something about it. Or you look at the person and you say, "Ah, she's like pencil." You wouldn't want to go through that. So a lot of times, these people who do these things, it's not because it's a lot to actually feel confident in your own skin when people call you names. So I think one thing that the society needs to tackle is body shaming. Let's everybody accept people the way they are.
And before I will come back to that, I want to find out what you have to say as regards to what Bimpe just talked about.
I agree with the body shaming part. That doesn't help a lot. There are some people who have actually committed suicide. We've heard stories about it. That really needs to be tackled because it's not helping.
But do you think the people who have gone under the knife, do you think there could be implications?
I don't think so. I know so. We've seen.
Oh, you
pictures
know
online.
so?
Yes, there are videos online that have surfaced where probably like the one that they call, is it lipo now, where you remove fat and put. Even that one is not even really like proper surgery. It's like sometimes
Just
the fat
inject.
is not supposed to be here, so it won't stay and it begins to decay, and then an issue comes up. Another thing is when they go to quack doctors, because this doctor is cheaper and all that, and then you end up being a...
Because the procedure is quite expensive, though.
Yes, so it's even if you should think about the effect, that alone should scare you from it. But some ladies don't care; they just want to do it. Probably they have a friend who does it. Nothing has happened to her yet, and the friend is getting attention from men and getting money. You know, everything comes, and this person also wants the good life. And if this is what it takes for me to get the good life, I'll do it. So it's just
So, but I think in life, before you think about the next person, it's wise to think about yourself first. Don't you think so?
of course.
It's easier said than done.
I know
Yes,
it's easier
it is.
said than done, but you're talking about body shaming. Some people have partners who would say, this thing is too small, maybe you should increase it. And the partner is just saying it, maybe saying it out of...
A lot of times they're not just saying it.
That's what
out
I'm
of-
saying.
Yeah,
He
something
would
like
have probably preferred something bigger, yeah? But the question is, you prefer something bigger. Why are you not here? Can you just
The
go?
funny thing is sometimes you might end up doing something bigger. It doesn't stop him from cheating.
Yes.
A man who doesn't want to cheat, a man who won't cheat. All it takes is discipline.
Discipline.
Yes.
And self-control.
Regarding your story now that the guy is saying because that means he married his wife out of pity.
Pity.
If you never marry someone out of pity, it will go wrong.
And
You
I think
understand?
some people marry because, okay, fine, there are other reasons. More like you are. Whether you have the physical look or not. Maybe you're very hardworking, you're very resourceful, and you cook well. So many other reasons. But if you know that other thing that is lacking is something you cannot do without, or is something you cannot absorb or manage, I think it's best you don't just, go as far as marrying her. She may have helped you when you wanted to commit suicide, like the story stated. But you like fair-skinned girls. And yet you went ahead with her because you feel she's resourceful. You feel she has been helpful. Out of
Funny
pity
enough.
doesn't make any sense.
Funny enough, you see some perfect looking marriages, like a man marries a very beautiful lady and you wonder why they're breaking up. Sometimes most times it's because he's attracted by how she looks, like the look, she's fair and all that. Eventually marries her and the attitude is
It's
nothing to write home about. So ladies need to understand also that it's not just about the looks. Fine, looks is what will attract the guy first, but what will make him stay you need to work on that too. Sometimes probably you have the looks, right? And you, even if that's why sometimes you see that, okay, probably a guy who is actually very wealthy, he carries all kind of beautiful girls, and he ends up marrying, I won't say a lady who is not beautiful, but not as beautiful as those ladies, because she has something
Other
beyond
quality.
looks.
That's the thing.
Yes.
So the question now is, Oga, you don't mind having her even when she has other things beyond looks and she doesn't have to look. You don't mind having her, do you?
Exactly. That's where I was
Discipline
going
is
to
very
go.
important.
We need to talk to our
have it,
men.
yes.
I remember when I was small, there was this lady who used to come to my mom's shop. So all of a sudden, we noticed that she had started enhancing her skin. She had started using cream. So my mom called her and asked her why she was changing her skin tone. Then she said she noticed that each time she went for a party with her husband would leave her and go to dance with fair-skinned girls.
Oh my God.
So yes, leave her on the seat and he would go and dance with fair-skinned girls. So she now asked the husband why he did that all the time. Then the husband said he liked fair-skinned girls, that he wanted her to actually change her skin color and then start fixing her nails and all of that. And because of that, she started doing it too. So my mom told her then that, see, even after you've changed your skin, this man will still find reasons to go to other women. So we need to talk to our men. They should stop confusing women.
So that means what?
place.
Indirectly saying people who do these things before the sake of men.
Yes.
Yes, a
Most-
lot
just
of
yes.
times.
wasting their time.
Yes. So men have a huge role to play. They need to,
They're just wasting their time.
Yes.
We
And
just
I
have
think,
to.
sorry,
we
I
just-
think when
okay.
you get married to your woman, you need to always assure her, like, always let her know she's beautiful.
You get.
It will help.
You're
Always let her
already
know
there, you're
she's
there.
perfect. Like you like, but don't
But
cheat
you
her.
find out that
No,
it's
there you
actually
there.
some men who actually encourage women to do these
That's
things.
the point.
They even pay for it.
I have a gist I heard, but I'm going to give you guys that when we come back from this quick break. Let's go on a quick break and I'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
Welcome back. It's This Spicy with Phina, and we're having a very hot gist as regards to extreme body enhancement. Jesus will soon come soon. We should take this. Right, okay, I said I actually have a gist. A woman lost her life. A friend of mine was talking about her colleague that lost her life in the process of trying to do butt enlargement. Wow. Now, why did she get to that point? The husband keeps saying, you and this your flat bumble. You and this your flat bumble. Yeah. So the guy just, I don't know if he just says it, but the woman got tired of hearing it. And then even with or without her husband's consent, she started making plans. And when it was close by, when her time for surgery was close by, she had to tell the husband. But unfortunately, it didn't go well. And she died. Now, before we'll get to that last point where we can advise this, the writer of this story, let's find out, do you think it's only women that actually do this body enhancement? Because I think there are some scenarios whereby you will hear people say this guy is not up to, you know what I'm trying to say. So but do you think it's only women that does body enhancement?
Of course, men do body enhancement.
Really?
You see, yes.
They even wear
They
the
wear-
artificial six packs.
Yes.
That one is not very common now.
This one.
They
God should
do.
just scatter this one. Let's start again.
Yes. And I don't blame them anyway, because there's some ladies too. That's where ladies too, they have a problem, because some are not, even normal sizes are not okay for them. They want something that is
Okay, you mean down
normal.
there?
Yes. Yes. And those ones too, they will know that, okay, what they have is enough already. They don't now want to go and
So
do
I think this whole thing boils down to contentment. Like,
yeah.
if you are contented with what God has created you with, even if there is body shaming. See, I know you say body shaming. But the thing you can develop
when
a
it
hard
comes
skin.
to-
But for
But
the
there's
men,
some people who
but
haven't
for the
done
men,
this
yeah,
yet.
For the men, it goes
very
beyond, but it
difficult
goes
now.
beyond contentment.
Yes, because ladies, there are
thing has
certain
started
things they
from-
want.
But I thought they said ladies prefer cool cash than 6 packs. I mean, 6
See,
million.
that's why
to
sometimes you see some ladies who are married to rich men, they're still cheating.
Yes.
It's because probably the man.
No. That I think that one is because maybe probably the rich man doesn't have time for them.
Sometimes
In
it's
the
time,
other
sometimes
room.
because he's not
Yes,
sexually okay.
Okay.
Yes. So
But
there are a lot
six-pack
of
doesn't
factors.
make you sexually active now, does it?
No, sorry. You know, you see some guys now, all they do is sleep in the gym. That's because they know it attracts certain girls. And it's funny enough, it doesn't attract me. If the guy I like has it, that's fine.
Okay, so you prefer the men with all
No,
parts
not like I prefer the men.
But it's not one of your, you're not so keen about it.
Not like you should have it too big anyway, but you know, if I like you, then if you not have six-pack, oh, good. But there's a limit to it. Sometimes some men will start looking like Johnny Bravo. I don't even like it. The up will not be really, the up will not be really bigger than the down. It now gets really, you know, there are limits to all.
But I think people should learn to look beyond the physical appearance. Don't you think so? Personality.
Yes,
you mentioned personality.
Yes, but what attracts one at first is always the physical look. If you're
Not like you're going to look bad now.
If you see me from afar, you can't know my attitude, you can't know my personality. Probably it might just be a conversation we have, and then you know, be like, okay, she's not just beautiful.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you should now look bad. I'm only looking at that extreme measures where you have to now go under the knife.
I know
you can still use being, of course. There are nice creams, nice cream you're using. Your face is looking flawless. Same with her. There's something you're doing. Why are you not drinking pills? Because I know they go as far as drinking pills.
I'm never going to even go.
Some even go and take injections and drips. You know, ordinarily you fall sick, they'll come and tell you, nurse want to give you injection. You'll be shouting, hey! But it's time to enhance your skin. You're ready to take those injections and drips and all that. Why? Because those are the extreme measures I'm trying to talk about. Yes. You know, so in fact, it is well. Let's the writer of the story needs advice. What would you rather advise the man to do? Like, since you feel your wife has every other thing except the skin, maybe he has to work on himself to accept the fact that this woman is like this. What would you rather advise him to do?
I'd advise that if he truly loves his wife, because really the truth is, when you change your skin, there is no guarantee that there will be no side effects. So if he truly loves his wife, he should look for how to enhance the wife's color to look radiant in her own skin. He shouldn't ask for, I think that is asking for too much.
Too much.
Yes, I think that's asking for too much. So if he cannot look beyond the skin, then he had no business being in that relationship, that marriage to start with.
Exactly, because trying to force her to change her skin is really not.
It's asking for too much.
What if it goes wrong when she tries to? And then discoloration everywhere.
So what would you rather advise the man to like it?
Honestly, I wouldn't say he should. He needs to. He married her for a reason. He married her because of her attitude, the fact that she stayed. Sometimes, like I said, it's like programming. You should focus on those reasons. This is why I married this lady. This is why I decided to be with her. She's actually a very good woman. So I think he should work on himself. He should try to focus on it. Get busy. Try to get distracted from having time for the ladies outside. Sometimes if you get busy, you don't even remember. So you should try. He needs to just discipline himself.
Yes. Everything starts and ends with him.
Yes.
But in few minutes, very few minutes, what would you advise someone watching? You know, I know both of you are clean. Like, you didn't go under the knife, neither did you. So, what would you rather advise someone who is planning to, or maybe probably the society and lack of contentment is pushing that person? The person is just being pushed right now. What would you rather advise that person so the person wouldn't get to that point where he or she will have to, you know, want to undergo any form of body?
I like to say this, right?
Yeah.
There's a Romeo for every Juliet.
Exactly.
I have a friend who has a friend that the kind of ladies he likes are ladies that look like they have HIV.
Yes. Very skinny ones.
Yes. Very skinny. So my advice is, don't do it. A man who likes you would like you. Let him like you for who you are. Not who you are trying to be and all that, because eventually to wear out, you might never keep up. You might not even be able to keep up with what you're doing. You know, you just don't do it. Just be confident, and the man that likes you
will stay.
You will get to meet that man. So,
final words.
Yes, you need to understand the fact that you are beautiful. You're beautifully and wonderfully made, no matter what anybody says and no matter what anybody thinks. So you need to find that contentment within yourself. You need to find that peace within yourself and be comfortable in your skin.
Thank you so much, both of you, for coming. I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
You've actually done so much justice to today's and the fact that we did not do, even though I want a bit of what Bimpe has, YK has, but and what you have behind. You know, both of you are just you have this one, this I have this one. Me, I'm not in the middle. I don't seem to have anyone.
You
but
have now.
God will give us.
And you're Romeo,
gorgeous.
definitely. You would get a
course,
Romeo. A man who
of
likes what you have.
Exactly.
You're gorgeous.
I'm contented with what God gave to me. Thank you so much for coming. We have our norm. Usually we have a gift for our guests.
Oh.
So, courtesy of Spicy with Phina, this is for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, YK.
Nice.
Let me keep my iPad so that it's tuneful. Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks.
You all have heard. You know, when we're having this conversation initially, I was looking at the fact that lack of contentment, you not being confident in your own skin, has a lot, you know, to play. As an individual, you have to learn to love yourself the way you are. Don't get if it's different that you're not being moved to do this thing. It is you by yourself who decide to do it by yourself because you want to do it. And when the consequences come, you face it all by yourself. But in a scenario whereby you're being pushed to do something because the society needed this, because my partner needed that, at the end of the day, if it goes wrong, you regret ever, you know, toeing on that part. When they were actually talking about contentment and all of that, I think instead of you going to spend so much money to brighten your skin, go under the knife and go and tear your body. Spend so much money to develop your character. Spend money to become more resourceful. Men, as much as they get attracted to you, what keeps them is the quality, the content of your character, and the quality and value you possess. I think that's what matters. Until I come your way again next time, it's Spicy with Phina, and we'll always bring you interesting stories that will blow your mind. Trust me, all our stories are mind-blowing stories. Please kindly follow us on our social media platform as Spicy with Phina, and if you have any true life story you would like to share with us, you kindly send your stories to spicywithphina@gmail.com. Kindly call the numbers on your screen if you need help as regards to any of the discussions we've had, or even the stories we've read, if it's affecting you one way or the other, or you have your own story that we are not aware of, but you need help with professionals. Kindly call the numbers on your screen and we'll link you up so you can get the help that you deserve. Until I come your way again next time, please keep watching Spicy with Phina. I love you all.
Let it out. All day, all night, you've cried and cried. You'll be okay, you'll be fine. At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the